Hello everybody, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next video, which is Lesson from Sheep. So there was this farmer who had a sheep that was pregnant and ended up giving birth to two identical twin lambs. And unfortunately, the mama sheep decided to reject one of the lambs because it was a little bit weaker. And the shepherd was talking about how he now is responsible for raising this orphan lamb. And when you think about this scenario in the animal kingdom, it's no different of what we might experience in real life, where the very people which we pour into or come from may end up rejecting us for whatever reason, and we're left desiring and yearning after, our family. And kind of like this lamb, it begged to be fed. It wanted to go after the milk, but the mother kept butting its head, kept kicking it aside, wouldn't give it access, wouldn't provide for it. And this lamb became an orphan. This shepherd had to be responsible in taking it. Many of us have been kicked aside, have been pushed to the ground, had our provision provided by someone else other than the very people in which we wanted to care for us and to love us. Yet, this gave the shepherd an opportunity to become very close and to have a deep, intimate relationship with this orphan lamb. In the same way, we are an orphan. I feel like God has had a heart towards his widows and his fatherless children. And in fact, there have been multiple verses in scripture where he talks to the orphaned and tells Israel to care for the orphans because those are his children. He is his father. He is their father. It is such a blessing to know that we have a father whose eyes are ever upon us, who watches carefully over us. And I've listened to a lot of stories from friends who have similar situations where, their fathers have left, or their, parents weren't really great parents because they were, addicted to drugs, or there were friends that I have had whose grandparents had to be in care of over them. And it's just amazing to me how God took care of each one of these individuals and how the trajectory of their life could have gone completely the wrong way. And yet these individuals were guided by a miraculous hand to choose a different path. And it just blows my mind how amazing that transition is when you think of all that was against them. Like, no one really was there for you, and yet there is a shepherd that was ever watching. And even if we don't always identify the shepherd is there. God is no respecter of man. It says that he lets the rain fall on the wicked and on the righteous. And his goodness is on where it falls. And we have no idea its purposes sometimes. But what I do know is I will just keep trusting regardless of what happens, because it's better to be in the hands of he who knows all and sees all than to try to trek this world by myself on my own, wisdom, which is very limited compared to what knowledge he has of the present and the future. So I hope that if you have had those circumstances happen in your life, that you are encouraged to know that there is a shepherd who loves you and who's ever watching over you. And with that said, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care. Bye.